I'm not sure exactly. She's not here. She was averaging about 19 points a game, and I went and talked to their scorekeeper and said that she's not here. I don't know if it's injury or what it was, but that bodes well for Emery.
Sure does. Look how offensive-minded Judge is right there, sending 2 out on the offensive side.
But they do tip it back. Judge, first jump shot is no good. And there's a fight for the rebound. Is that out of bounds? It's going to go out of bounds off of Judge.
So got that tip back, and then they sent those 2 straight at the hoop right there, able to push down the floor. Did we get Emery starters out?
We did. Yep. Okay. I started that. I think I did. No, I marked them down. We had number 1, Callie Jensen, number 3, Carly Stilson, 4, Aaliyah Lester, 5, Libby Faimalo, and 22, Caitlin Nilsson. I marked them but didn't say it. So 3-pointer is up on the right side. That's no good for the Spartans.
Nice ball movement right there by the Spartans as they attack that left side and able to get the skip out for the 3. Just not able to get it to quite convert.
I think they had 9 or 10 3-pointers against the Templars in that win last Friday to move down here to Richfield. Just a great shooting team is Emery. Come out in a zone offense to start. Judge
2-3.
Judge does a good job working it around. Bella Hale, she's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll still be Judge ball.
Going to double stack up there on the junctions.
Inbounding, Achol Daw. Into the corner to McKenna Gardner. Alyssa Gallardo with the ball now for Judge. Try and go down low. Good pass is going to be a little bit too tall. Out of the hands of Bella Hale and give the ball back to the Spartans.
Just a mid-post flash right there. She was curling from the left side. The ball went high for her.
Judge made it down to Richfield, and now it's going to be out of bounds off of the Spartans. Another turnover here on this end of the floor. Judge made it down here to Richfield by defeating the number 13 ranked North Sanpete Hawks in kind of a close game, surprisingly close for a 4-13 matchup. They won by 7.
Well, it sounds like maybe Ocampo wasn't there for that game as well.
Yeah. Shot by Esther Analjoke is no good, but she's going to be to the free throw line for 2 here.
Able to get some penetration there against the zone in the slot. That's that gray area against the 2-3. Able to drop down in between the 2 defenders.
Analjoke shooting 47% from the free throw line this year. She averages 17 points and 9 rebounds.
She's got a lot of good size and definitely plays well inside.
Second free throw is good. So she gets Judge on the board, 1-0. Just over a minute into this one. Spartans, Carly Stilson picks up her dribble. Judge tries to tie it up, but ball's going to go around the perimeter and then foul from behind. Foul's going to go against H.O. Daw.
She's just coming too hard right there as they brought 3 to the ball, so they caused the air pass, but she's just a little behind on the anticipation.
Corner to Lester, thought about a 3-pointer. She's going to try driving instead, now backs it out, now tries driving again, gets to the free throw line. Ball goes down to Nilsson. Shot's going to be blocked out of bounds by Analjoke.
Esther coming from that backside, able to use her length to block that shot. 1-4 low for Emery.
Caitlin Nilsson does a good job down low, so to block her shot, that's a pretty good play there by Judge, and now a turnover created by the Bulldogs.
Man, defense stayed solid and just didn't move where they thought they were going to.
Gallardo hands off to H.L. Daw. Daw now back to Gardner. On the outside, Emery fans wanted a carry there, nothing called. Shot by Daw in the lane is no good. Analjoke, her putback attempt is no good, but she's going to get a couple more free throws here.
She had sized up there on the right side and had the zone sealed on her back, but they didn't get low enough to get her the pass as the ball went back up around. That's where Daw was able to get that look on the high post. She did a great job where she had already stayed sealed, just stayed in position to box out and get that offensive rebound.
Foul went against Callie Jensen, and that's her second.
Mond's going to come in, bring some good size for the Spartans.
Kennedy Mond does such a good job. She'll catch the ball on the right block and she'll turn to her left with a little jumper, and it's so tough to stop. She's got so much size out there. So both free throws missed. Lester with the ball for the Spartans. Left-hand dribble. She stops. Get back to Jensen. Skip pass across the way to Carly Steelson. Now tries to go on that right block. Mon, that turnaround jumper that we talked about is no good. And Judge with the rebound. Still no score for Emery. 1-0 for Judge. 2.5 minutes into this one. And a turnover will get the ball back to the Spartans.
You've seen that from Mon before. As soon as she caught, she just went right into habit mode. Big old drop step coming to the hoop.
I mentioned 2 games for Emery this year, both against Manti. And yes, when you say I've saw that a lot, yes, I've seen that many, many, many times.
There she comes
Here it goes again. Same play again. That shot's back off the heel of the rim. No good. Coming the other way is Aneljoke. Nice little move there to get into the lane. Her shot's no good. She goes to the ground, but no foul called. And Carly Stilson with possession. Judge gets in there, tries to take it away, but Stilson ends up with it.
That was a good job by Stilson to stay with the ball, as she had to take it through a few arms and come up with it and then get down the floor. That was a good effort.
She tries to go into the right corner to Sage Curtis, but it's going to go out of bounds, give the ball back to Judge. Another turnover. A lot of turnovers here in this first quarter so far. Just 3 minutes in, 1-0 still, your score.
Working to get their legs underneath them, and both teams just not comfortable.
Nice little drive to get an open look for Judge. Not there. Now Daw is going to follow it up, but she travels, takes one step too many. Made the shot, but took an extra step.
She definitely did not on the replay. That was a beautiful up and under, but it tricked him good as she lifted him up and went right through. Really nice up and under made right there by Daw.
Coach Pike for Judge Memorial was trying to call a timeout when his team had the ball down here before Daw shot that shot and didn't get it, and he was upset. So they tried to give it to him, and he said, well, I don't want it now.
Yeah, I was trying to correct what was going on. You guys didn't let me.
Shot up by the Spartan. That's no good. Good strong rebound there by Jazzy Zenner.
Daw working with her right there. Good teammate working together to box out and get that rebound.
Now a drive by the Judge. His shot is up and good by McKenna Gardner. Her first 2 makes the score 3-0.
Split those 2 top guards of that 2-3, went right down the middle of them.
Go down to Mon on the right block again. Another shot by her, and it's missed again. And a good defensive rebound by Judge.
Daw walled up really well, and as she comes around to that top of the hoop, she's coming with her right hand. And Judge has made it hard on her to get those to drop.
Now corner, baseline drive by Judge. Daw, deep 2-pointer, off the glass, no good. Rebound by Gardner for the Bulldogs. Another little running by Gardner. Another little runner, and she got another one to go. 4 points for her, 5 for Judge.
She's found a little hole right there. This time it was on the left side, but it's still taking advantage of the top guard. And then before she gets down into the teeth of that zone, she just lifts it up.
Love a little runner like that from a guard when they get into the lane.
It's hard to guard for those bigs as they can't get enough length as it floats up over the top of them. Nice little action.
Libby Faimalo will come back into the game for the Spartans. Out is Caitlin Nilsson. Inbounding for the Spartans, Sage Curtis across the way. Sage, a good 3-point shooter. Goes to the top to Carly Stilson. Stilson will try to drive with her left hand, picks it up just inside the lane. Now to Faimalo, now down to Kennedy Mon. Another turnaround, another shot, another miss, and another rebound by Aneljoke for Judge Memorial.
They are guarding that well. They've seen it before. They know how they want to play it, and they allow her to roll off. But where it's staying on that ball side hand, it's harder for her to get that shot to be as accurate.
Turnaround jumper is good. Good looking shot there by Jazzy Zenner.
Judge has got going here on the offensive side. Coach Faimalo wants a timeout here with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
7-0 your score. 5 minutes into this one. We'll take a break. Be right back.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here in Richfield, 7-0. 2:50 left in the first quarter. Judge with the lead over the Emery Spartans in a 5-4 matchup. Emery the 5 seed, Judge the 4 seed.
Those two runners by Gardner down the middle of that zone got them going, got them see the basket go through the hoop, and started their scoring.
These two schools met earlier in a boys matchup, won by Judge to move to the semifinals. Aaliyah Lester gets open for 3, nothing but net. Finally takes the bucket.
They're going to come with full court pressure, but they got a great seal on that zone. They sealed it in for that 3.
Down to Jazzy Zenner, thought about a 3-pointer. Now she's going to drive on the baseline. Her runner is off the glass, no good. Rebound by Judge and put back by Aneljoke.
That full court pressure got the ball up the left side, and they were able to just take advantage and get down through, and then great offensive rebound.
Lester gets into the lane. Her shot off the glass is no good, but she's going to get a couple of free throws.
This time Lester coming with her right hand. That was able to send her downhill. A lot stronger than what we've seen so far here in the first quarter.
Aaliyah Lester this year averaged 14 points per game. She's 73% from the free throw line. Got the first one. She has all the points here. 4 points for Emery. 9-4, 5-point lead for Judge.
She's a key scorer for Emery, as you talked about, that she averages those points, but then it's inside out. She can shoot it like we saw the corner 3, and then that got her going right downhill on that right lane. Good ball player.
Second one good as well, so 5 points for her. She shoots over 40% from behind the arc this year as well.
We see that 2-2-1 full court pressure again.
Aneljoke will try to drive on the baseline, little up and under. Beautiful shot to use the glass there.
That was pretty. Nice job using that reversal.
3-pointer up by Emery is good. Was that Stilson trying to get the number there? No, excuse me, that was Callie Jensen.
Callie Jensen able to knock that one down.
I'm sorry, that was Cabry Gordon into the game for her first minutes.
Gardner tried a little runner again, not able to get it to connect.
11-8 now, and now Emery puts up another 3-pointer trying to tie that up. Mon with the rebound. Her turnaround jumper's no good, but she's going to get a couple of free throws.
Going into this press has done a nice job. It sped up the offense of Emery, taking away the monotonous movement that they just struggled to score with. It's got them moving, offensive rebounding, and looks like we've got a minute. We're going to wait.
Yeah, I think Esther Aneljoke, as you watch that replay there, it looks like she maybe caught a little bit of an elbow coming down on the follow-through by Mon. And she's taking some time there. And the doctors, the medical
got Matt
people,
Barney out to do a little
bit worried, it looks like.
Trainer work.
Yeah.
And then Judge, I think, has a bench trainer there that came out as well.
So while she sits down, we'll take a break. We'll come back. 1:32 left in the first quarter.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Short little timeout there for an injury for Esther Aneljoke. I think she just had a bloody nose, so they'll get that fixed, and she'll be right back in the game. She leads Judge with 5 points. Kennedy Mon at the free throw line knocks down the first one for Emery.
That was a pretty drop right there. I like Emery's aggressiveness, getting him up and down the floor, getting the ball moving the last couple minutes here, and kind of broke him free.
Mon, second free throw good as well. She shoots 61% from the free throw line this year, and it cuts that Judge lead down to 1, as close as Emery's been in quite a while. Gardner's able to break the press, cross the timeline. Now to Daw. Corner, drive on the baseline, that little runner again by Gardner, but she's fouled before the shot went up. That's going to be the 3rd team foul on Emery.
kind of fun to watch how she's attacking that zone. This time she's down on the wing. The forward came with a high closeout, had a looping angle, and as she had that loop, Gardner saw it going at and trying to get back to that runner.
So McKenna Gardner, she will inbounds on the baseline for the Bulldogs. Nice little crossover dribble there by Alyssa Gallardo. Three-pointer up by Gardner is good. McKenna Gardner now with 7 points.
Just showing a nice soft touch as they got the zone to shift. She was able to just get a nice catch and shoot.
Baseline drive by Emery. Cabry Gordon's shot is no good, and a rebound by the Bulldogs.
Gardner shot 53 threes on the season and hasn't really connected on a lot of them, but that was a good soft three and good to get Judge.
They'll go down low. Shot up by Judge is no good. Aaliyah Lester comes down with the rebound and gives it to Stilson. Carly up the court. Cabry Gordon will line up another three-pointer. That one's no good, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound that's going to go against Emery. Libby Faimalo, that'll be the 4th team foul.
Coach Pike worked fairly hard to get that call. You could see he had been observing Faimalo down there. She rebounds. She's a leading rebounder for Emery, and she's not the tallest.
Yeah.
You know, so you can tell she works hard, gets herself in a lot of good positions, and that time Coach Pike helped him get her to the bench.
Caitlin Nielsen comes back into the game for the Spartans. Another zone created turnover there by the Spartans, and it'll give the ball back to Emery.
When you talk about that zone created, they got good ball pressure, and so they're looking for that skip, and just too hard as it went sailing out of bounds.
15 seconds left here in the first quarter. 4-point lead for Judge. Emery has a chance for the last shot. Stilson, Lester, thought about a deep three-pointer. Picks up her dribble, gives it back to Carly Stilson. Carly corner, three-pointer for Emery is no good. And at the end of the first quarter, your score 14-10. Judge with a 4-point lead. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter right after this.
Bark is an app that helps families manage every aspect of their children's digital lives. Worried about your 12-year-old stumbling upon something harmful or inappropriate? With Bark, you can block sites and apps. Bark runs in the background, scanning your child's digital activities, and sends you an alert if it detects something you need to know about. While there are lots of options out there, Bark's approach to online safety is one of a kind. You've got this, and Bark's got your back.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
14-10, 4-point lead for the Judge Memorial Bulldogs over the Emery Spartans here. Start of the second quarter. This is the 8th matchup between these two teams since 2008. Judge leads the series 5-2 over Emery, and there's not a lot of girls basketball teams in 3A that lead the series against Emery over the last 15 years or so.
Emery's had a lot of good ball teams right here, and with Esther getting that bloody nose, she's still out of the game. That kind of drops down some of the power of Judge. See if Emery's able to connect and get some scoring going.
Carly Stilson will drive. She'll put one off the glass. Good for Carly Stilson. 2 points for her.
They cleared out the right side, but they brought her over to the left and then used the screen of Mon to send her downhill.
Gardner will try to drive for Judge, and it's going to be ripped away by Carly Stilson. Carly, head of steam coming the other way. Nice little bounce pass down to Caitlin Nielsen. Just a little too hard on that layup, and Judge coming the other way.
Judge doing a good job being able to clean up the boards after not being in position to guard that.
They'll reset it now to Achel Daw. Daw near the baseline will kick it back out to Jazzy Zenner. Zenner will try to go back to Daw, and it's going to be taken away by Caitlin Nielsen.
Working that 4-out, 1 in, and as Daw lifted high post, they tried to get her a bounce pass, but just hard to handle.
Carly Stilson will line up a three-pointer. Just nobody picks her up. Top of the key, she knocks it down. 5 straight points for her, and a 1-point lead now for for Emery. McKenna Gardner tries to get into the lane. Her pass is tipped, but Daw comes down with it. Nice little bounce pass down to Lopez. Her shot is no good, and Emery will come and try to increase that 1-point lead.
Good cut by Lopez.
Leah Lester tries driving. She's going to be fouled.
Putting a lot of pressure there in transition as they were slow off the miss, and that happens a lot of times there. But Lester just taking advantage of it here on the left side and driving down through. She's going to get a break right here. She and Stilson both change their ball handling. Those two really handle the ball well.
Yeah, Sage Curtis into the game. Callie Jensen back into the game as well. Down to Mon. Mon on the left block. She usually likes working on that other block, that right block.
Baseline out of bounds. Put it in a situation to where she came back in there on that left side.
Beat the press will judge down the middle of the court. Lopez will take a deep two-pointer that's no good. Excuse me, that was Jazzy Zinner. And then the ball will go out of bounds off of, who they calling that? Off a judge, give the ball back to the Spartans.
Good hustle right there as they went to go for it.
I think that would have been off the Spartans, but Judge reached and tried to grab it there.
Yep, I agree with you right there.
Man-to-man defense here for Judge. Callie Jensen will try to drive. She'll go down to Caitlin Nielsen. She just kind of gets bumped from behind, but it's enough to displace her, which will make the whistle be blown, and a foul will go against Judge.
Come into a 1-4 high. They dribble over to the left side, and that pushed her down and allowed Jensen to drop down the lane to see if they get that post entry. There's
Inbound
right
will come
shot
to Kennedy Mon. Mon will catch it right in front of the hoop and lay it in. 4 points for her, 3-point lead for Emery.
Easiest shot she's had. Good baseline out of bounds as they brought her from that off-ball side. We got a timeout for Coach Pike.
Okay, we'll take it with them. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home. Drive yours away this President's Day. Get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. 7-0 run to start this second quarter by the Emery Spartans. Gives them a 3-point lead, 17-14. Judge with possession.
That Esther Anel joke going off the floor has definitely helped the Spartans be able to get that run running.
Yeah, they got to get that. They got to get that bloody nose stopped and get her back in the game. If that's all it is, it could have been more than that.
Sure.
Ball will go down low. Daw ends up with it, steps through. Her shot no good, and now a rebound by Callie Jensen for the Spartans. Callie looking up the court into the corner. Skip pass to the top of the key to Caitlin Nielsen. Her shot's no good. Zinner with the rebound. Now up to Gardner. Gardner racing down the court for Judge. And they're going to say she shuffled her feet on that little jump stop there.
No jump stop. Kind of came to a stutter stop. And definitely on that replay, you can see those feet not able to come together. Gardner, she's quick. Does a good job running out there.
2.5 minutes gone here in this second quarter, and no score by Judge. 7 points for the Emery Spartans. Sage Curtis lines up atop of the key three. No good. Mon goes up and gets the rebound. Then it gets tipped away from her, but she recovers.
Nice effort by Mon to stay with it.
Skip past another three by Sage Curtis, top of the key. That one's no good as well.
They're
And
definitely
back
letting
to
them
Judge.
fly on those catches, seeing if they can get one to drop. They're going to come back into that full court 2-2-1.
Sage Curtis shoots 30% from behind the arc this year, so you don't blame her for taking those open looks.
Oh, yeah.
Jump shot by Judge is hard, no good, and Caitlin Nielsen with the rebound for Emery.
Caitlin doing a good job getting into that offside and being ready to catch that rebound.
Curtis goes down to Kennedy Mon. She turns and lays it in. 6 points now for Mon off the bench.
Like that pass to her down from the corner. It gave her a really good position.
Bella Hale hands off to H.O. Daw, and then Mon with the block shot.
They've passed Mon into a lot better spots here the last couple possessions.
Quick up the court. Aaliyah Lester's three-pointer's no good.
You can see Emery's starting to wear down Judge here in the in the second quarter with 4 minutes left to go. There's a change in the way they're moving up and down the floor.
Shot up is no good, but there's going to be a foul called. That's going to send Elisa Gallardo to the line.
Mon just coming a little bit too hard that time. She usually stays in position quite well. That time just tried blocking a little too much. Good job by Judge. When they've been able to get into that gray area and drive, it's forced Emery to shuffle their zone, and it's got them in some good things. They just haven't done a lot of it. They've looked a lot inside to Daw as she's out there working that 4 out and 1 in. But when Gardner's got downhill, and then that time we see
both free throws missed. Now Gardner off the offensive rebound. Her three-pointer's no good, and then a save down below the hoop is back to Emery. Head of steam there. Carly Stilson dribbling fast.
She's fun to watch handle the ball.
Yeah,
does a nice job.
Sage Curtis back to Stilson to set up the offense. Crossover dribble, uses the Faimalo screen, gets into the lane, picks up her dribble, back out to Lester. Had a look at three, but drives instead. Goes down to Caitlin Nielsen. Little left-hand shot off the glass is good.
That pass was on target, and it was just under a lot of pressure. Loved the drive by Lester, and she had the heady play to dump it to her teammate.
Faimalo's able to get in and tie that ball up. It's going to be possession to Judge still. At least that's what they have up on the board.
There,
so it'll be Judge ball. But a good job by Faimalo to get in there, get the tie up, and get that possession arrow switched.
Judge can work in a 5 out for a minute here against the zone.
Against a 2-3 zone. Ball works around the perimeter. Have another one of those runners up by McKenna Gardner. It's no good, but she's going to get a couple of free throws.
Gardner does it. She's fun to watch how she attacks the basket, able to get herself in good positions. Just a sophomore. She's definitely trying to get something going offensively for the Bulldogs.
Score at the end of the first quarter was 14-10, Judge with the lead. Right now, after that free throw by McKenna Gardner, it's 21-15, so it's an 11-1 run in the first 4.5 minutes here by Emery.
Got Mon a rest. She's going to come back in from Falamalo. Changes everything with her size.
Yeah.
It definitely has a big
impact.
Just a
sophomore for her as well. She's just a sophomore. Second one by Gardner is nothing but net as well. She's got 9 points to lead the Bulldogs.
Great touch. Somebody that can get the runners. Free throws are pretty.
And now a steal's going to be taken by Judge and then taken back by Carly Stilson into the corner. Three-pointer by Emery is no good. And Gallardo coming the other way.
Couldn't read the zone they went in, but they went in the zone. Emery had sealed it well for the look, just not able to capitalize.
Gardner gives to Zenner, back to Gardner. Now outside, shot up by Judge is no good. Daw with the rebound and put back.
She was able to come from the ball side junction and slip to the offside. Good heady play by Daw to get to that backside.
Cabry Gordon goes down to Kennedy Mon, just turns around and puts it in. Not even a dribble, just keep it high, turn around and drop it in the hoop.
Nice post entry. Those post entries have come a lot cleaner to her.
Now a runner by Judge. That's no good. And Kennedy Mon goes high to get that rebound. She's got 8 points now. Goes to Carly Stilson. Carly Stilson hustling down the court. Outside Gordon, another three-pointer that's hard, no good. And that rebound is taken down by Daw. Mitchell Daw.
Gardner's going to slow it down here. See what they're going to do. And Aneljoke's ready to come back in, Esther is. And that will change things for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, she had 5 points there in that first quarter before she went out after taking a shot to the face. Daw, Gardner, jumper from the elbow, no good. Rebound by Gallardo. Her putback is good.
Doing a good job she came from the right side, switched over to the left, using teammates to kind of get herself down in and around the hoop.
Ball went up to Aaliyah Lester. She has to kind of dive out of bounds to save that back in to Carly Stilson. Carly hands back to Cabry Gordon. She changes her mind, doesn't take that three-pointer, and now to Caitlin Nielsen, top of the key. Leah Lester in the corner, ball fake. Now she works behind a screen. Three-point shot's no good. Knocked out of bounds off of Kennedy Mon, back to Judge Memorial.
That'll bring Esther Joke back into the game. And Emery's going to come back with that full court pressure. Their press break looks different with her in. She's able to handle it a little bit better. She's got some length. She flashes the middle there.
Yeah, she comes right to the middle to take that. Now she's going to drive. Little bounce pass down there. Jump shot up by Judge is no good. And then a fight for the rebound. They'll call that a jump ball. Give the ball back to Emery.
Immediately impacts that where she changes the press break. It's her ability to pass right there. She'd like to see her teammates step into the hoop just a touch more for an easy one. But she did create her a nice look.
Stilson will set up for Emery. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Caitlin Nielsen on the left block. Left hand, kind of almost a little hook shot there by Caitlin Nielsen was just a bit off. Knocked out of bounds off a Judge. Still be Emery ball.
She's had a tough time getting clean looks. The defense has bodied her up and pushed her out and away from the basket well so far in this first half.
Lester will inbound to Kennedy Mon. Mon catches it high, keeps it high, puts it up off the glass and in. 10 points for her.
When they bring her from the offside block on those baseline out of bounds, they get a lot of success.
And now they create a steal. Cabry Gordon ends up with it. 3 Judge Memorial Bulldogs get back and they create the turnover.
Esther would like one shot, he says, is there's just a 1 second difference. I don't know that they saw him though.
Gardner tries to pass down low. That's going to be over the head of Bella Hale, out of bounds, back to Emery.
He's doing a little communicating, asking what they want. See how Emery chooses to manage these last 23 seconds here as Judge is going to stay in a man. Playing behind Mon.
That double screen there. Now Mon at the elbow. She hands back to Carly Stilson. Little bounce pass down low to Caitlin Nielsen. Beautiful set play by the Spartans.
That sure was. Good job overloading that right side and letting it slip in underneath on the backside.
At the half, your score, Emery leads 27-20. A 17-6 run there in that second quarter for Emery gives them that 7-point lead. We'll take a break for halftime, come back with a couple minutes left before the start of the second half right here on TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
First down, Emery drill team. Next up, Emery cheerleaders.
Tick, tick, boom. We're bringing the noise. But baby, we're bringing the noise. Separate me from the boys. Never be here, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we don't ride out. Bang, gang, we don't ride out. Wanna like this ain't no time off. Tell me who really can find out. We can't ride. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ain't going beast. Bang, bang, leave sleep. Tick, tick, boom. Body, body, and not scaring nobody. Nigga, result of wild. We must be provided down inside. Don't need to be this way, but y'all don't need to try this. Always no way around it. You the loudest one is the quiet. We can't ride. We can't ride. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
Are you or a loved one experiencing a mental health crisis? Let us help. Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital offers no-cost mental health assessments, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your mental health care. Insist on Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital for instant care. Call us today to speak with one of our highly trained mental health professionals. Call 801-852-2273, or for more information, visit aspengrovehospital.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com. Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back here in Richfield. About 3 minutes left before the start of the second half. Emery with a 27-20 lead on Judge Memorial in a 5-versus-4 matchup here. The number 5 team with the 7-point lead, Emery. Greg Sterner and Dustin Shakespeare. Brad James presents stats for us. Sure appreciate Brad this whole weekend. He will not leave this place for 1 minute if there's a game of basketball being played. What stands out to you here?
The rebounds really were surprising to me as Judge has gotten 7 offensive rebounds, which gives them an 18-11 lead on the rebound. So that's been able to hold them closer into this game. I was a little surprised there because Emery seems to have cleaned up quite well. But you can see rebounding-wise, there's a difference there. Turnovers, Judge has turned it over 13 times, and Emery's just 9 times. So Emery's been able to take care of the ball a little bit better. Neither team shooting super well, 33% for the Spartans and 29% for the Bulldogs. So we want to take a look and see if they can get some cleaner shots, get something to drop. But the free throws. Emery shooting 4 for 4, and the Bulldogs only 3 for 8. So
that
something
hurts.
to see. Yeah, see how the free throws come together here in the second half, and if Emery's able to use that to help keep this lead.
Kennedy Mon came into the game off the bench. She missed her first 3 shots, made her next 4, and was 2 for 2 from the free throw line as well. 10 points for her. That was, I think that was a big change when she came in and started hitting those shots. Had a little bit more room down in the paint after Aneljoke went out with that injury.
Made a big difference, and then her catches, they were passing her into better scoring positions. Those early passes, they sent her, and she was coming over the top like you called so well that she really likes, but with Aneljoke right there and Daw walled up, it was hard for her. But the 2 baseline out of bounds, bringing her from the offside block, man, those were just easy catch and shoot.
And she kept it high, didn't bring it down. Somebody, she's learned well. She's got the height.
Yes.
Don't bring it down where the smaller people are. Keep it high and just shoot it. And she does a great job with that.
I like that they've used her in some good screening situations to be able to get the other teammates involved as she comes out high. The ball's able to get some penetration, and they've been able to find the backside as well. Some good action that they've had, just some good set plays that they have definitely worked on, and so they've found a way to capitalize on her length. And then it looked like she'll come off the bench again here to start the second half.
Winner of this game will take on the Grantsville Cowboys tomorrow in the semifinals. That will be a fun game. Whoever wins this one, a tough task against those Grantsville Cowboys. They don't play.
They are fun to watch.
They don't play many even close games.
No, they press all game long, and with the length they have on the top of that 1-2-2, that is fun to watch.
So start of the second half here. Judge will start with possession.
They're going to go against this Emery 2-3 zone. Emery's stayed with that, other than they've gone into some pressing 2-2-1 as well that drops into the zone.
They get the ball down to Aneljoke. Ball
Flash
gets
from that
tipped
offside
away.
block, but just swarmed really well. They made it hard for her to catch. She had to get up in the air. Nice job by the Spartans.
3-pointer up by the Spartans is no good. That was Jensen, and then the rebound and putback by Libby Faimalo.
And that's just, you love a player like Libby. She gets herself in the right spot. She does all the hard work. Nice putback.
Up the court quick. Judge Memorial, tough pass, but it's collected. Now Daw is going to be fouled on the perimeter. I think that was Carly Stilson took an elbow to the face at the end of that one as well, and it's going to go against her.
Strange foul call. I guess she did drop her hand a little early there, but she received the brunt of that foul.
Yeah, the ball right to the face. So now the ball will go around the perimeter. Daw, she'll line up a 3-pointer. Rachel Daw knocks it down.
Just a little pass, play and catch right there on the right side. Got some space.
Tried to go down to Caitlin Nilsson. Ball gets tipped away. Daw ends up with it. Now to Gardner for Judge.
Forward didn't come out last time when they were playing catch, and that stretched that top guard too far. And here she is again. She's looking for the ball, but they didn't get her found.
Shot up in the lane by Aneljoke is good. 7 points now for her, first since the first quarter.
And you see that 3 stretching the zone out a little bit more, giving her that high post catch a little easier.
And then good man-to-man defense out here with Aaliyah Lester trying to dribble. They're going to call a foul. That's going to go against Gardner.
They had her in a tough spot right there. Had a good trap on it. Just Gardner, I guess, must have reached in a little too far.
Kennedy Mon will come back in quickly here. Just a minute and a half gone in this second half, and she comes off the bench. The inbounds will go to her on that right block. Double team comes. Jensen Nelson ends up with it, and she gets it off the glass to go.
I'd like to call that a fortuitous not bounce because it just went through, but it just was fortunate that it landed in her hands as she had moved well to come in to get an offensive rebound.
That double team came when Mon tries to spin to the right.
Yeah, they've watched that, and they know they want to be on her right side.
3-pointer up and down from Gallardo.
That's going to shorten this up to a one-possession game.
Lester in the right corner. Tries to go to Mon. Ball gets tipped away off of Judge, so it still will be Emery ball.
Mon not able to keep position right there as as Daw had just squoze in on her and made it hard for her to try to catch that lob. Now watch Mon again. She's had a lot of success from this offside. You're going to set that screen. Here she comes again.
Yeah, every time. She keeps it high, goes up, misses the shot, but she's going to get a couple of free throws. Yeah, you called it. You talked about it at halftime where she comes from that opposite block, one screen by Nilsson, and then just keeps it high and goes up with it.
You saw the late closeout right there by Anil Joke, and she just came through her. Otherwise, she's going to get another wide open layup. Good job by Coach Falamalu to get her on that offside, bringing her right to the ball. And that favors, she loves her right hand right there over the front of the rim. That favors her coming that direction.
3-point lead for Emery, 31-28. First free throw by Mon was no good. She has one more. Second one is good.
Judges made a nice run. See what they do here. They're going to come into that press. They run. Anil Joke right in the middle of it. There she gets the catch. Yeah, that's a 2-1-2 or 2-1-2 to break it.
Yeah, great way to break it there at midcourt. Kennedy Mon collects the judge missed shot.
That's what you want your press. Want your press to speed them up too fast so that you get that and you just have to rebound on it. And Emery doing a nice job there.
Lester looks to Mon on the right block. It's not there, so she'll hand to Stilson. Stilson drives baseline. Open look for a layup that's not there, and then a foul on the rebound. It's going to go against Carly Stilson. I think that's kind of a frustration foul when she missed that easy shot.
Mon set her such a beautiful screen right there. She had all day coming around there. Definitely felt frustrated after missing that. And here they come back to that pressure. Now they're going to move Anil Joke out of the middle.
It goes to Gallardo. Gallardo will try to drive. Some fancy dribble in there, and she's going to be fouled from behind. That'll go against number 1, Callie Jensen. That'll be her third.
Little change on the press break, just dribbling down through that left side instead of hitting the middle and dribbling up it.
Coach Faimalo will not bring her out. She'll stay at the top of that 2-3 zone. Achol Daw now down to Anil Joke. Oh, her shot is up and blocked by Kennedy Mon. Great play by Mon.
Well, volleyball spike right there. She came out, picked her up on the drive. And as she didn't switch to her left hand, she just set it right up in there into Mon spiking.
Cabry Gordon will come back into the game for Callie Jensen.
They ran a double curl off this junction here. Here they come again with it. And then they drop her down.
Daw, the inbounder, takes the pass, and now outside, three-pointer up by Gallardo, that's no good, and Mon comes down with the rebound. Hands to Stilson, right side Lester. Ball kind of gets tipped around, but Aaliyah Lester is able to corral it. Now she's going to drive with that left hand, gets into the lane. Her shot's blocked, but they're going to call a foul. She's going to get a couple of free throws.
Got some free throw action here in the third quarter. Getting themselves the line. A lot of opportunities to get a few more points here. Just still a two-possession game. They'd got it down to the one possession. Just a two-possession game.
Leah Lester's free throw is good. First points of the second half for her. She had 5 in the first, now 6. You can see Emery takes the Kennedy Mon off of the free throw line, so they're obviously going to set up that press again. Yep. Second free throw good by Lester as well. 7 points now for her. Inbound comes right side, Gardner. Back to Achol Daw. Crossed midcourt, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Pike. 30 seconds, we'll be right back.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
4:48 left here in the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Emery Spartans. 34-28 on Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Greg Sterner, Dustin Shakespeare. Judge Memorial with possession.
Got a good ball game here. Long two-possession game. See what Judge can do here against the zone after the timeout.
We'll go into the lane to Daw. Now work to the perimeter. Back to Daw. Left hand. Nice move by Achel Daw.
One of the few times we've seen her be able to catch and then wrap back around Mon. Really nice effort off the timeout by Daw.
7 points now for her. Ball goes to Caitlin Nielsen on the elbow. Picks up her dribble. Caitlin Nielsen likes to work on the left block, Mon on the right block. They do that all game long. Lester will try to drive, keeps the dribble. Now goes down to Nielsen on the left block. She's going to be fouled on the ground. That'll be 4 on Judge.
Playing behind her right there, Zenner just trying to come through, not three-quartering anything, just as the pass came in, decided she was going to come through.
Faimalo will come back in for the Emery Spartans. Coming out will be Caitlin Nielsen.
And a little re-entry action, but Judge read it well and jumped it.
Bella Hale. Now she hands off Jazzy Tenner. Jazzy will give it back to McKenna Gardner. Gardner to Daw. Outside Tenner. Or Zenner, excuse me, Jazzy Zenner. Her shot's no good, and Kennedy Mon with a strong rebound. Quick up the court. Cabry Gordon, skip pass. Aaliyah Lester, ball fake. Now back to Kennedy Mon and back to Lester. Lester will give to Stilson. Stilson's rainbow three-pointer, nothing but net for Carly Stilson. 8 points for her.
Good one to see go for her. The ball moved well for Emery and able to get her to look.
Kenna Gardner will get into the lane. Beautiful pass down low to Daw, but her little layup attempt is no good, and she knocks it out of bounds on the putback attempt. It'll give the ball to Emery.
They had brought Mon out 10 feet away from the hoop and got her a nice look right there. It was a good job by the offense to get Mon out and away from the basket, but just not able to capitalize.
So 37-30, Emery with the lead. They try to go down to Kennedy Mon, and then you talk about kind of a three-quarter defense there, trying to come around, and a foul's going to be called against Judge.
Yeah, they've had a tough time. They're trying to steal those post catches, but they're late coming around, and it's stinging them right now. That's the third foul right there.
And that's the 5th team foul, so Kennedy Mon will have 2 free throws. First one, no good. She had 10 in the first half, 1 here in the second half for 11 total points, and looking for 12 and to extend that Emery lead out to 8.
Looks like they'll probably press again if she can get it to drop.
Misses both of them.
Still going to stick with the press, though.
Ball will go to H.L. Daw near the S at midcourt and hand back to McKenna Gardner. She's top of the key, now right side to Gallardo. Ball will go down. Now a nice little drive and a runner by Jazzy Zenner.
Like the ball fake to shift the zone, and then that sent her down that gray area.
Aaliyah Lester for the Spartans will drive on the baseline. Ball gets tipped away and taken away by Judge.
Judge doing a great job walling up, made it to where she really didn't have anywhere to go.
2-3 zone and the pass from Gardner across the way to Gallardo. Gallardo's going to line up a 3 that's hard, no good. Nice save there. Back in, but Emery, no, it goes off of Emery.
Yeah, the ball just hit too hard off of Lester's hands, not able to corral it, goes out of bounds. Nice effort right there to get that save and regain the possession.
Job by Sequoia Lopez to save that back inbounds. That'll be Jazzy Zenner inbounding right in front of her bench.
They're going to leave the shot clock at 16 right there.
So no change of possession. And Gardner will initiate offense. Left side Gallardo, now Lopez for Judge. Gardner, ball working around the perimeter. Back to Gardner, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Another one of those runners goes for her. They almost look out of control, but she makes them so often that it's obviously not.
Yes, that's for sure. One possession game, and now it's not anymore.
3-pointer by Cabry Gordon, her second 3 of the game, 6 points for her.
Timely 3, and they're able to get back into that 2-2-1.
Up the court to Lopez. She thought about a 3, but will give it back to Gardner. Now Daw, tipped around. Kennedy Mon comes down with it.
Nice job by Emery to get him a little uncomfortable. That high post flash.
Ball comes up to Gordon. Beautiful drive, ball faked outside when you make a shot from the outside, and then you ball fake into the lane to get an easy 2.
And great job by the Emery Spartans to get her the touch again after making that last one. Get it back to that person that made the shot, and let's see what they can do with it.
The Childaw will be fouled in the lane. That'll be just 4 on Emery, so no free throws yet. Or will that be 5? Nope, 4, so baseline inbound for Judge. 8-point lead for Emery, 42-34 with 1:21 left in the third quarter.
Coach Fulham making the adjustment as we've seen the same baseline out of bounds out of Judge, most every baseline out of bounds.
Daw hands to Zenner. Now Gardner, another crazy shot that just about went, and then a rebound by Lopez for Judge. Gets it back to Gardner. Gallardo, her shot is blocked by Sage Curtis. And then a fight on the ground. That's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be Emery possession.
Jensen doing a great job just diving on it quickly and saving that and creating that jump ball situation. All right, here we're going to see a little bit of pressure out of Judge. Looks like it'll be a 1-2-2. See if they trap with it. Come way high with it.
Curtis on the right side. Now they'll go down to Caitlin Nielsen left side. Three-pointer, another one up by Cabry Gordon. That's no good. And the rebound is tipped around. Sequoia Lopez comes down with it left side. Now she'll slow it down. Give it back to Gardner at center court. Gallardo back to Gardner. Now Daw outside. Zenner thought about a 3. Just moving that ball against the 2-3 zone. We'll see if anything comes up for him. Daw in the lane. Double team comes. Ball gets tipped away. They're going to call a foul. That'll be the 5th against Emery. And 2 free throws for a Childaw.
Just working a 2-on-2 or a 4-out, 1 in. Daw just flashes from block to just under the high post and just keeps working. They get her caught right there, and that put Emery in a tough spot. Nice job moving without the ball, and the Judge looking to see if they can get those catches as she's flashing into those different holes.
Daw's first free throw is no good. She shoots 57% from the line this year.
Coach Pike brings his girls over, and I'm assuming he adjusts his pressure just a little bit. See what they'll run here. 21 seconds left.
Second one by Dodd, no good as well. Caitlin Nielsen tracks down the rebound and gets the ball to Aaliyah Lester. 15 seconds left in this third quarter. Lester looks over at Coach Faimalo for the play call. Libby Faimalo trying to box down low. She gets it on the right block. Now she's going to back her way down. Shot up, no good. Rebound tipped around. Who's going to come down with it? The end of the third quarter, your score 42-34. Emery with an 8-point lead. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Bark is an app that helps families manage every aspect of their children's digital lives. Worried about your 12-year-old stumbling upon something harmful or inappropriate? With Bark, you can block sites and apps. Bark runs in the background, scanning your child's digital activities, and sends you an alert if it detects something you need to know about. While there are lots of options out there, Bark's approach to online safety is one of a kind. You've got this, and Bark's got your back.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to our nightcap here in Richfield. First day, the quarterfinals in the 3A state basketball tournament. Emery, the 5 seed, up 42-34 on the 4 seed Judge Memorial Bulldogs. Greg Sterner and Dustin Shakespeare with you here on TeamHive.live and KSL Sports. Judge will start with possession. Ball will go to Daw on the right wing, and then just a steal by, just a bad pass there by Judge and taken away by Emery. Steelson. Gordon, back to Stilson. College level 3, that's no good, and a rebound by the Bulldogs, and then a foul underneath the hoop.
Doing a good job cleaning that board. Hale gets a hold of it, protects it. Emery comes. Emery's now going to step back up into that full court pressure. It's sped Judge up. They haven't really turned it over off of it, but it has sped them up.
And a good play there, as you mentioned, by Bella Hale, and then she comes out of the game. And An'll joke. Her jumper in the lane is good. 9 points now for her.
Possession game. And they're going to go into their full court one, or not full, but half court 1-2-2.
Yeah, and she tips the ball, but Emery's able to retain it. Stilson will drive, put it off the glass. It's no good. Kennedy Mon, put back is no good. Caitlin Nielsen's put back is good. Just caught the right part of the rim.
Big time offensive rebounds to be able to stretch that back out to an 8-point game.
8-point lead for Emery. 8 points for Caitlin Nielsen. Still in that 2-3 zone are the Spartans. McKenna Gardner will give it to Jazzy Zenner. Working it around the perimeter. Quick passes, as I said. That's how you beat a 2-3 zone. Quick passing. Gets down to Daw. Her little runner is good.
And they used a 2-gap that time, meaning they've got high-low post, and they dropped her down off, and that opened it up for Daw to get that catch.
Not really a runner, just more of a one-handed push shot. Right. That time, got it up off the glass before, up off the rim before the defense can come, and now she's going to create a steal. Gets it up the court to her teammate Gallardo.
Nice job by Daw to jump up in front of Mon and knock that ball loose.
Now it'll go down to Daw. She would have had, if she could have caught that cleanly, I think she would have had an easy look.
Yep, good high-low action as she came off the short corner, just not able to catch that.
Gardner thought about a three. Now she's going to go back out. Gallardo's three is blocked by Cabry Gordon. Gallardo ends up with it, goes down low to Daw. She's going to be fouled. That's going to be I think the third team foul here in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Daw, she knew where that zone forward was and where she had to come to be able to defend her, and she sealed her up. You love a player that sees the zone, feels the zone, and that's what forced them to foul right there. Good offense.
So just the second team foul for Emery here in the fourth quarter. Turnaround jumper by An'll Joke is not there, and Daw with the offensive rebound for Judge. Her bounce pass to Gardner. Another runner for Gardner. That one looked good. Did everything but go down and bounced out.
Yeah, just not able to fall. And Coach Falamalo, he wants a timeout.
Yeah, Lester caught that long pass, but Falamalo called the timeout first. We'll take it with him. 6-point lead here for Emery. We'll be back on TeamHive.live.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
44-38, 5:42 left in this game. Emery with the 6-point lead over Judge Memorial.
Judge has made a couple nice little runs at him. Emery able to capitalize and just push it back out so far. But a lot of time left here with 6 minutes left to go.
Yeah,
with this 6-point game. So long two possession.
Two quality teams, as you would expect from a 4-5 matchup here.
Absolutely.
Cabry Gordon will be inbounding for Emery.
Work against the man defensive Judge.
She'll come to Stilson at the top of the key. Carly looks at Mon. Mon, that left turn, right-hand shot that's no good, and Daw with the rebound.
Daw's just been able to guard it really well as she walls up and stays in the way. Doesn't foul on it.
McKenna Gardner, now to Gallardo. She had her last three-point attempt blocked, so she changes her mind. Now it goes down to Daw, and she just took an extra step.
She was looking for an An'll Joke to cut in off of that short corner, and when she wasn't moving, then it kind of hung her up. Got her in trouble right there as they were running that short corner zone offense.
Aaliyah Lester gets bumped, no foul called. Now Stilson gets double teamed. Stilson's able to break that double team. Ooh, nice little crossover dribble. Her shot's blocked, but she's going to get a couple of free throws.
They brought 3 to the ball. They're trapping above the half-court line, which is interesting, and then they brought 3 up to it, and they got hung high, and Stilson just had to pivot, and she was open going towards the basket. As you saw Judge, you can't trap high. The basket's important. And so they got in trouble there, and Stilson taking advantage of it.
It's good dribbling by Stilson to get through the trap.
She's a good ball handler.
Yeah. First free throw, no good. That's going to be the 4th foul on Aneljoke, though. That's a big thing with 5 minutes left. You can't keep her out long.
And it's been hard on him when she's had to be out. She was out there for that long bloody nose, and then she got that 3rd foul in the 3rd quarter and sat a long time. It's been hard on the Bulldogs.
Carly Stilson gets the 2nd one to go. 9 points for her now. And a 7-point Emery lead. Under 5 minutes left in this one. Ball goes to Daw. Ball gets tipped around. Now a fight. Daw gets down on the ground and gets it to her teammate Gardner.
A good effort by Daw. She's a hard worker. She does a lot of good for Judge.
Zenner back to Gardner. Gardner gets through the defense. Her shot no good, but Daw comes down with the rebound. She's pushed. She's going to get a couple of free throws.
Mon just closing too long and too hard. She had the length, but she just kept moving towards the ball there. It's just her 2nd, though.
Achil Daw will step to the free throw line. She has 9 points, looking for 10 and 11 here. The leader for Judge is McKenna Gardner with 11. First free throw, no good by Daw. Faimalo and Callie Jensen will come back into the game for Emery. Coming out is Kabri Gordon and Caitlin Nielsen.
Done a good job rotating their girls, keeping them fresh.
Second free throw rims out as well. Libby Faimalo with a nice box out to come down with the board.
Yeah, she was undersized, but she held her position and did a great job there.
Ball will go down to Kennedy Mon. She turns to her right this time and puts it up off the glass for 2.
And that just puts the defense
Kennedy
in a whole different position right there, where the way she turned to her right, it puts the defense on her left shoulder, made it a lot easier for her.
Ball goes into the corner. Now back to Dawn. Now it's going to be taken away by Callie Jensen for the Spartans.
Like how she jumped that passing lane.
Leah Lester's going to drive, puts up the shot. They're going to call a foul on the ground before she got that shot up. It's going to be the 2nd team foul against Judge.
And we haven't seen a lot in transition right there, but we see the pass ahead, getting it out on that wing from across the court. And that really put Judge in a tough spot as Hallie, she just kind of just rode her until she rode her clear out of bounds. And here's what you talked about, getting Aneljoke back in the game. She couldn't stay out very long.
Yeah. 9-point lead, 47-38 for Emery, halfway through this 4th quarter. Inbound will come to Stilson. Stilson gets to the free throw line. Hang on the pivot. Lester, 3, short. Rebound there by Callie Jensen. Jensen out to Libby Faimalo. Little 10-foot jumper is no good. And then a foul on the rebound is going to go against Kennedy Mon. Ball back to Judge.
That'll be her 3rd. So now things get a little bit more important that she manages those fouls. She's used up all the free ones.
That press again by Emery's going to create another turnover there. Carly Stilson takes it away.
I don't know how that wasn't a double dribble.
Yeah, it looked like she dribbled. I was going to say that too. I didn't know if maybe it was just a collection dribble, but
is there such a thing?
And Daw goes down and gets that ball. Are they going to call a foul or a jump? That's going to be a jump. It'll remain Emery's possession. 24 on the shot clock.
So they're going to leave Mon. Oh, there, they shifted her out. They say they're leaving her ball side, but now they've got her out and away. So see the action. Imagine she's going to screen in and size up as Stilson's going to pop out. See if that's how they move this. Nope.
Lester goes to Stilson. Stilson back to Lester. You hear the Coach Pike yelling corner. They knew Lester was going to come into that corner.
Yes,
now they'll go down to Kennedy Mon on the opposite block. Her shot is no good. She goes to the ground. She's fouled. Going to get a couple of free throws.
Got a long drop step in there as she caught way up in the mid post. Did a great job of getting herself deeper towards the hoop. And as she split them, They definitely put her to the ground there.
She does a really good job of avoiding the temptation of putting the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Just steps through, keeps the ball high. I know I've talked about it a lot, but knocks down that first free throw.
You just don't see a lot of players do it at that level like that. She just keeps it high with how tall she is. Those guards are just waiting and hoping she'll put it down, and she just never does.
Yeah. So one more free throw for Mon. That one's no good. She has 14 points. That's a game high for both teams here. Ball will come up to Zenner. Jazzy Zenner with the left hand. Beautiful move to get into the lane. Her shot goes, and she's going to get one more here.
Close this back here to an 8-point game.
That was a nice drive there. You watch that replay, that little left foot, right foot shot. That's going to be 5 against Callie Jensen, so she'll foul out here.
She came in, gave some really nice minutes for the Spartans.
Cabry Gordon will come back into the game for Emery, and Jazzy Zenner going to have a free throw. She's got 6 points, looking for 7 and looking to cut the Emery lead down to 7. Free throw is no good. Ooh. Fight for the rebound, and Libby Faimalo ends up with it.
She cleans them up. She's a great rebounder. You gotta love a player that just knows how to get the ball.
Carly Stilson has the ball taken away.
Aneljoke trapping right there, got long arms on it and able to tip it out of bounds.
Gardner's three-pointer is no good. Aneljoke, her putback is no good, but she's going to get a couple of free throws.
Bringing some good energy off that trap, able to tip it loose, and then following through as she sees Gardner go up for the shot, follow through to get to the offside. 70% of the rebounds go that way.
So an 8-point lead for Emery, under 3 minutes left here in this one. Esther Aneljoke tried to cut into that. First free throw, no good. One more for Aneljoke. Just look down at that score before they went to commercial. Beaver up 7, under 30 seconds. Oh, you got that up over there too on South Sevier.
Been able to execute and stretch it out.
Second free throw is good.
Pressure. It's 1-2-2.
Ball comes up the court. Cabry Gordon. Oh. And Gordon gets caught in the corner, so Coach Faimalo's going to call a timeout. 30 seconds. Let's keep it here. You're down 7 here. Your judge, Coach Dustin Shakespeare. What are we doing to try and get back in this one? Try and cut it down from a 3 possession to 1, 2, or even 1.
You got to close those traps on the ball, on the basket side. Get those long arms. That's caused them a lot of problems, but you can't foul in it. There's tons of time. Just with the 2 possessions, you've been able to turn them over, but you can't get over aggressive, especially if you're Aneljoke with 4 fouls.
Yeah.
Get those traps and get yourself out in transition. See if you can get something going at the hoop, and then get back to that free throw line where they're shooting 2 every time they get fouled here on out.
Got to knock them down though.
Got to knock them down.
Just one of their last 4 from the free throw line.
And don't send Emery at the basket.
Yeah.
They've been able to get at the basket. And Faimalo or Mons on that offside, they've been able to get a lot out of it. So you've got to have that trap set with your butts at the basket.
Got an inbound in front of their bench here for Emery. A little line will go into Kennedy Mon. Everybody just evacuated and left her alone. So she'll hand back to Carly Stilson. 20 on the shot clock, 2:30 on the game clock here. Cabry Gordon, now just a little outside handoffs.
Follow on
It'll
screen
go back to Lester. Lester thinking about a 3-pointer. Shot up, no good by Lester as she drove in. Aneljoke comes down with it. She goes up the court to Daw, just a little bit ahead of her, out of bounds, gives the ball back to the Spartans with 2:15 left.
And you can't afford those turnovers, trying to claw your way back in. It's more important to take care of the ball than it is to get that in an uncomfortable spot.
So with the clock running in a 7-point lead, Emery tries to break this trap. Aaliyah Lester. Now we'll go up to Carly Stilson. They did just get it across just before that 10-second clock. Carly Stilson's going to line up an early shot clock 3-pointer that's no good, and a rebound by Judge.
Doing a great job chasing that one down, and there you come up the floor.
Up to Aneljoke. She turns around and puts that one in for 2. 12 for Esther Aneljoke.
We'll swing around her and get that hard off the glass.
Ball will come up the court. Now Cabry Gordon for Emery. Her shot's short, no good, and Gardner comes down with it for Judge.
This trap has sped him up, turned it to a 2-possession game, got a chance for one.
Up to Aneljoke, she gets it to go, assist to Gardner. 3-point game. Emery, I don't know why they're kind of in a hurry taking some of these shots.
That's what the pressure can do, and that's what you want it to do. Hurry them up and rebound.
Carly Stilson will go down to Mon. Her turnaround jumper is good, and she's going to get one more from the line. What a shot by Kennedy Mon.
Fun to see the sigh of relief as she watched that ball go through the hoop. She just took a big old deep breath, headed to the free throw line.
That extends that lead from 3 to 5. One more, looking to make it a full 2-possession game.
Yeah, stepping there, but that time she used some length to come back to that side. It created enough separation that she could get that shot off a little bit easier. We've seen her struggle coming to that over the front of the hoop, but that was a lot cleaner. Ooh, big rebound.
Free throw, no good, but Cabry Gordon, probably the shortest person on the court, comes down with the rebound for the Spartans. Going to be a full timeout called by Coach Faimalo. We'll take it with him. 1:09 left here. 1 minute timeout. Be right back.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home. Drive yours away this President's Day. Get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
69 seconds left here in the quarterfinals for the 3A state tournament at the Sevier Valley Center.
Big offensive rebound by Gordon off that free throw right there. Able to secure another full possession here with a minute left in a 2-possession game.
Ball goes into Aaliyah Lester. She's going to hand to Stilson. Stilson will drive with that right hand. Ball's taken away by Achel Daw.
Good patience with her hand to be able to track the ball, and hold on to it right there. As so often we've seen a reach or a foul, but this time Stilson not sure because she got down into the gutter. She's able to track, get her hand on it, pull it back, and able to get secured to come down the floor. Now, this interesting with that timeout called where it was, that allows Emery, if they want to set up their full court pressure. They've been able to create some different issues with it, but in this situation, for me, it's more to slow them down. You change your press. You're not looking to necessarily speed them up. They've used Aneljoke a lot of times to inbound and then get it back to her in the middle and let her sprint up. I would space up on the top, put a little token pressure on, make them have to work a little bit more, and definitely don't run them at the basket. That's what got Judge back in the game, is when they were running at the basket.
Emery's been taking some quick shots.
A lot of quick shots.
Are you okay with that?
Absolutely not. But that's what the pressure did to them, and they didn't use the pressure to move it out of position and get better looks.
I get that with the pressure when you're coming up the floor, but once you break that press, why don't you just back it out?
It's a weird thing that presses, if it's against a team that's not well disciplined with that mentality and they haven't practiced it a lot, it's weird. Once they start in that race, it's almost like it just feeds them. And if you're a pressing team, it's a whole lot of fun because you just keep enjoying that they just keep shooting too fast.
Yeah.
So they are going to put a full court pressure on with that 2-2-1. Let's see if they try to trap out of it, or if they try to side and ride, or if they do more like what I was talking about, get a little token, make them zigzag, stay in front of them, make them take time. And that's what she does. She's token right there. It's good. Stays in front. Everybody's staying in front.
Yeah, and then that double team comes as Aneljoke gets down the court.
Big time
and ball
turnover.
Gets tipped away off of, is that off a Daw for Judge, and it'll be out of bounds. Emery ball.
Love the pressure, turning them over. Just got them moving a little too fast. It was a really nice cut. It's a tough spot to catch.
Carly Stilson now uses that Libby Faimalo screen. Double team
Huge
comes.
screen.
And then is that going to be a foul called in the backcourt? I don't think that was a purposeful foul. I don't think they wanted to foul. 6 seconds would have been off of that 10-second clock. Yeah, but they do call a reach in there.
Looked like they wanted it. Coach Pike, he sent him to clear down to the other side of the floor.
It's going to put number 3 Carly Stilson at the line. She shoots 75% from the free throw line this year. Excellent high school average.
And nice job by her to go get the ball in her hands to where if they were going to foul, it sends her to the line. That's key to understand as a guard. I need it in my hands now because we're under a minute. They're likely going to foul, so let me bring it down. And she's an excellent ball handler.
First free throw good, second one good as well. That gives her 11 points and extends the lead to 7.
And that's huge because now it's 3 possessions.
Middle of the court, Anil Joke will kick it back out. Now a deep 2, or did they say that was a 3-pointer? That's no good. Kennedy Mon comes down with the rebound. She's just swinging those elbows down low, trying to keep the ball away. She's going to be fouled, get a couple of free throws, and a 7-point lead with under 30 seconds left. Judge is going to have to score quick and get some turnovers or hope for missed free throws.
Coach Pike does have 2 timeouts, so he can take a look at how he wants to use those. And like you said, get a quick score, get the timeout. A lot of times you tell the official, hey, if we're going to score right here, I want that timeout so that they're looking at the clock so it doesn't run off on them.
First free throw by Kennedy Mon is good. Extends the lead to 8, 53-45. Could be a full 3 possessions here if she makes this second one.
She's got difference.
15 points, then keep it at 15.
All but in, and he decides to go with a timeout here instead to get his offense where he wants it set. So a little different. Instead of using a timeout to ice or a timeout to save afterwards, he burns one right there as they're about quarter way down the floor.
Something people have to remember, the clock doesn't stop after a made bucket in high school like it does in college and NBA. So, you know, if there's 6 seconds left in a game and it's a 1-possession game and you don't have a timeout, they can stand there and hold the ball for 5 of it, you know, close to, and then inbound the ball. So you want to save that last timeout in case you need to stop the clock.
You've got to get the clock stopped. I mean, he's in a situation under 30 seconds to where if they score, it's going to take them a minimum of 8 seconds to score right here. And so you're going to be down underneath 20. So you've got to get the clock stopped because otherwise that's another 4 to 5 seconds. It's going to go off, which drops you down to 15.
And that's once they grab the ball.
Exactly. So you got to have that. Take a look and see what they do here. Is they're going to send Gardner at the rim. Oh,
Gardner steps for a 3-pointer. That's no good. Nice save there by Anil Joke. But Emery comes down with it. Carly Stilson will cross midcourt.
She doesn't want to give that ball up.
I don't
Leave
blame
it
her.
in her hands.
Yeah, don't blame her.
I was going to bring her back on another dribble here, even as she was picking it up. Just take care of it. Great ball handler. Obviously, excellent free throw shooter.
So with an 8-point lead at the free throw line, Emery's going to move on here. A couple of free throws for Carly Stilson. 11 points.
They'll have
And
Grantsville
now 12.
tomorrow. Yeah, that will be. They've done a great job here tonight.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Emery's one of the teams that has some size to match up with Grantsville. Grantsville, the #1 team for a reason, though.
That's right. And they've got some ball handlers to see what they do against that trap, that vicious trap of the Cowboys.
Gardner now to the corner, Zenner. Back to Gardner, 6 seconds left. Anil Joke has her shot blocked by Mon. And at the buzzer, probably a little bit of a travel. Nothing called just to get out of this game. Final score tonight, 55-45. We'll take a short break, come back with a quick pregame show right after this. Postgame show right after this.